What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today's video I'm going to be doing a small little comparison between the MI A1 and the Oppo A83. Well, the MI A1 had been the king for like 15,000 rupees budget, but now there is the Oppo A83 with its full screen display 18:9 aspect ratio, and yeah, it's not that impressive, but still people were asking me to compare both of these phones cause yeah, both of these are market leaders over here in India. Well, starting with the specs, on the left for the MI A1 we have a Snapdragon 625 coupled with 4 gigs of RAM. On the right, or the Oppo A83, we have MediaTek 6763. The processor is snappy, but for gaming and your normal day-to-day usage, it's just underpowered. Well, both of these phones actually score around pretty much similar in Antutu benchmark, but for 1080p display, MI1 is far more greater choice if you are into productivity. If you are into gaming, if you guess full screen 720p display would be better, it's not. The MI1 is far more powerful, and then again 16:9 is the normal standard for games. If you fire up any kind of unoptimized game, it would just cut out of the screen. Well, then coming to the software, both of the companies are not known for the software updates, cause I guess marketing is more priority than the API level for their sold phones. So for MI1 in India we have Android 1, so these updates are actually handled by Google. Get the latest and greatest. For example, we have Android Oreo on the MI1, and as it is released in 2018, it still runs Android 7.1. So for experience, ColorOS feels much more faster because it's not stock Android, and also the UI is very simple. I mean, there is not a lot of to it. It looks like complete iOS ripoff. But yeah, software must not be a huge issue for most of you users. If our normal apps run good, everything is okay, in which they are going to be looking good on this full screen display, of course. Well, coming to the camera, Oppo A83 sports a much more wider angle camera. As you can see, it fits the full frame, whereas MI1 just the half. So here are some samples from the rear camera. They are both pretty much similar in terms of sharpness. You can actually adjust the color, sharpness and all of the stuff that you like on the MI1. But the MI1 also comes with 4K recording out of the box, and trust me, it works just perfect. And coupled up with the telephoto lens, even if you zoom in, there is not a lot of quality loss. Whereas on the Oppo A83, it just records full HD, and then again, it's just over sharpened. It looks like a cheap Chinese camera. Now here is the main feature why most of you would be picking a MI1, the portrait mode. It just never gets old. MI1 is the best phone to actually capture portrait modes. You don't have any kind of limit, you can just go as far as you like and it just works. On the Oppo A83, for the front camera you get sort of like tilt effect, shows like a depth effect, but it doesn't work as perfect. Here you go, let me just capture a pic. As you can see, adds blur pretty good over there. On the MI1 you don't even get front HDR. I mean, the color accuracy is pretty nice on the MI1. Again, in low light MI1 works better, but still I kinda like the wide angle camera on the Oppo A83, but in low light it's just a bismo. You don't get a lot of options for the front camera, whereas on the Oppo A83, you know, these are selfie phones. And in terms of build quality, they both sport a metal finish. MI1 is also available in the same pink color. If you are gifting it to your girlfriend, mother or sister, I don't know, gift it to your street dog, none of my business. I mean, I love this 18:9 aspect ratio, but both of these displays are pretty bright in sunlight. Both of them are pretty sharp. MI1 is much more sharper cause it's 1080p. Color accuracy is again amazing on both of them. But in terms of performance and just the security and software patches, I would really suggest you to buy the MI A1. It just fits to the normal consumer who likes good battery life, simpler experience and just a better camera. And again, huge thanks to Tarang Mobile Collection for providing me both of these phones so that I can bring the full review of this Oppo A83, which you can check by pressing the I button on the top right. And see you in the next one. Peace.